Welcome to today's explainer. We're going to break down exactly how modern dev teams are completely rethinking the way they build online stores. If you've ever felt boxed in by the platform you're selling on, well, you are definitely in the right place. Okay, let's dive into this and look at a tool that is quietly but massively transforming the e-commerce landscape. So, picture this. You're a growing direct-to-consumer brand, right? You've got this highly specific, totally unique vision for how your brand should look and feel, whether that's on your website, your mobile app, or maybe even an in-store display. But you're stuck. Every single time your development team tries to implement a custom design, the traditional platform you're using just throws up a roadblock. You're constantly fighting the template, bending rules, and honestly compromising your brand identity. It's incredibly frustrating, right? So here is our roadmap for this explainer. 1. The e-commerce dilemma. 2. Meet Saleor. 3. Under the hood. 4. Costs and trade-offs. And 5. The final verdict. We're going to unpack not just how this platform works, but we'll also give you a tough reality check on what it actually costs to build. Let's start with part 1, the e-commerce dilemma. This is the core problem keeping dev teams and CTOs up at night. Before we get into the technical weeds, let's define the jargon here. Headless e-commerce. What does that actually mean? Let's use a really simple automotive analogy. Think of your e-commerce platform like a car. The backend logic, your inventory, the checkout process, text calculations, that's the engine. The front-end presentation, what your customers actually see and click on, that's the chassis and the bodywork. Headless literally just means decoupling the two. You keep that incredibly powerful engine, but you can swap out the chassis for whatever custom design you want with absolutely zero restrictions. And this sets up the exact gap in the market perfectly. On one side, you've got traditional platforms like WooCommerce. They are heavily template-based, tightly coupling that engine to the chassis. You just don't get the freedom. On the other side, you've got commercial headless platforms. Think Shopify Plus or Commerce Tools. Sure, they give you that incredible design freedom, but they carry these massive usage-based licensing fees that just keep scaling up as your transaction volume grows. For mid-sized teams, it kind of feels like a lose-lose situation. Which brings us to part 2, meet Saleor. This is the great equalizer in the e-commerce space. I absolutely love this quote from our sources. Just as Strapi brought headless architecture to content management, Saleor brings that same approach to e-commerce. Now, Saleor isn't some new kid on the block. It's actually been in active development since 2012. But what makes it a total game changer is that it operates under a completely free open-source BSD license. It's giving you that enterprise-level headless freedom, completely free of those crazy licensing costs. And because the front end is decoupled, you can manage multiple channels so effortlessly. Look at how a single Saleor backend can power your main website storefront, your dedicated mobile applications, and even in-store kiosks. You don't have to duplicate your inventory logic or your pricing for each touchpoint. It just natively syncs availability and currency across all of them. All right, let's shift gears to section 3, under the hood. Now, what's really interesting about this next bit is the architecture making all of this tick. If you decide to go the self-hosted route, and Saleor does provide official Docker configurations to make that a bit easier, your dev team immediately needs to be comfortable with this specific stack. It relies on Python, a GraphQL API, and a Postgres database. So it's a very modern, robust ecosystem, but make no mistake, it is one you will be entirely responsible for managing. At its core, Saleor is an API-first architecture. It literally handles all the heavy lifting for you. The catalog, the cart, checkout, complex product variants, tax calculations, it all happens right there in the engine. And that means your front-end developers have absolute freedom. They can just query this GraphQL API using modern front-end frameworks like React, Vue, or Next.js to build quite literally whatever customer experience they can imagine. Plus, it is deeply extensible. You can use webhooks to trigger external systems in real time. For example, you can tell your fulfillment software the exact second an order is created. It's also got a really robust plugin system for integrating your preferred payment and shipping gateways. And maybe best of all for growing brands, it has multi-currency and multi-language supports built right into the core, which makes it incredibly well suited for businesses scaling internationally. Now, for the CTOs out there, data security is obviously paramount. By self-hosting, you maintain 100% control over your customer and product data. Just remember, because you own the data, regular backups are absolutely critical. Now, PCI compliance for credit cards, that is safely offloaded to whatever payment gateway plugin you choose to use. And internally, you can lock down sensitive information using role-based access control, so your team only sees exactly what they need to see. Moving on to Section 4, costs and trade-offs. It's time for a little bit of tough love. We need to do a reality check here, because a free license absolutely does not mean a free project. Just look at this stark financial contrast. Commercial headless platforms can easily cost a growing business several hundred to, honestly, a few $1,000s every single month in fees. Meanwhile, Saleor's self-hosted BSD license costs exactly $0. Over a few years, those savings are astronomical. But as your trusted advisor here, I have to warn you to look at the total project investment. First off, you've got server costs. First off, you've got server costs. For a properly sized backend hosting environment, you're typically looking at about $50 to $100 a month to host Saleor yourself. Although I should mention, if you want to avoid server admin entirely, Saleor Cloud is an official managed alternative you could look into. But here is the major trade-off. Saleor does not come with a ready-to-use storefront. I really want to emphasize that. There is no plug-and-play theme you can just click to activate and launch tomorrow. You're getting an amazing engine for free, but you are going to have to supply the sweat equity to build the car. Now, they do provide example reference templates to get you started, but a significant custom front-end development investment is an absolute necessity. And because of that, your implementation timeline is going to look a lot different than just spinning up a simple Shopify or WooCommerce store. A typical migration path takes anywhere from 3 to 6 months. You're going to spend weeks early on just planning your multi-channel catalog structure, then a full month on back-end setup. The real bulk of the project, usually months 2 through 4, is spent actually building out that highly custom front end. And finally, you have to dedicate month 5 to setting up staging environments and really testing those full checkout flows across all your channels before you can safely launch in month 6. Let's wrap things up with Section 5, the final verdict. So we've looked at the incredible architectural freedom and we've talked about the hefty development requirements. Who is this actually for? Well, this table distills it cleanly into a binary recommendation. Saleor is definitely for development teams, multi-channel brands, and businesses with highly custom front-end needs. It is unequivocally not for businesses with zero in-house devs, companies that just want a simple store, or anyone seeking a quick plug-and-play solution. If you fall into that second column, honestly, you should probably be looking at WooCommerce or PrestaShop instead. Before we officially wrap up, just a quick tease. In our next explainer in this free and open source software for SMEs series, we are going to be looking at Medusa.js. It's another extremely powerful modern headless commerce platform, but one that boasts a particularly strong developer experience. You definitely won't want to miss that one. But for today, we're going to leave you with this final provocative question. You've seen what it takes, and you've seen what it unlocks. So, are you ready to trade plug-and-play convenience for absolute architectural freedom? You have to weigh your desire for a highly customized, differentiated brand against your actual development capacity. The engine is free, and it is incredibly powerful. The real question is, can your team build the chassis? Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and we will see you next time.